Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Negro Jump. As always, follow us on all the things, jump.ent. Just search it. Our faces should show up. And if they don't, that's a big problem. It's
a huge issue.
It's a problem.
Is there how much we search engine optimize at this?
Never mind what this show is called.
Yeah.
But something else happened. Please let us know at jump.ent.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happens to the boys?
It is just the guys here. Jarrod, Cordero to my right, and then Mr. Nate G. We got it. What's a good code name for you? Because you need one nickname code. Like I haven't put my finger on it because I don't like Nathaniel. I don't like Nathan. Nate is cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, neither do I.
And I felt that too. I was like, I'm going extra just by saying it, and I don't even want to say it like that.
Yeah.
Like, so
I mean, just niggas call me Nate.
It's true, but
Negro Nate?
Just for me, I don't.
So no. That's my father. You talking about nigga Nate, Niglet from back in the day. That's me.
That's wild.
That's me.
That's why your dad even came up with that. He was probably like, yo, it's the funniest shit ever.
Yes. Especially as a little kid, I didn't have none of this. So I didn't have the obvious black features.
Even with
he was calling this little white boy, what up, nigga? There's no bullshit on VHS, apparently in my preschool.
Jeez.
In my preschool?
No, Nate.
In my preschool.
Stop.
It's on VHS.
I'm having flashbacks.
Where they had a thing where like, oh, let's say hi. How your parents say hi.
Oh, wow.
And people are like, hi, I miss you. I love you. How are you going on? Apparently, little 4-year-old Caucasian me grabbed my nuts and was like, what's good, nigga?
Yes.
And I was 4 years old. That is a real, Harrison, it's okay to laugh at that. You can laugh extra hard. That is someone who looks like you and I doing that. It's okay. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to laugh. Yeah. And that's on VHS. And my grandmother said she was mortified when she saw that happen.
I bet she was. Heart
mortified.
Dropped, heart on the floor.
My first word was bitch. Do you understand? Like that's not a joke either. This is real. This is what happens to get raised.
And your pops, hey look, we don't trash. Look, that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do. We're trying to act right now.
We're trying to.
We're trying. Because some of our heroes now are dads and becoming dads.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Shit real out here.
Yeah.
For instance, Gohan, I'm like, damn, you ain't shit.
Yeah. Yeah, just like his father.
Just like your daddy. Just like your daddy.
Workaholic.
I mean, where do you think he learned it from?
His daddy.
This is true.
Where do you think he learned it from?
Piccolo pulled him out of it. He was like, nigga, come on.
Yeah, come on.
It's like we said, though, that's his one skill is fighting. He's not a great dad. He's not a great person, let alone.
But that's not what you came here for.
Chi knew that it's almost inevitable that he's probably going to turn out like his dad. But I'm going to make sure he provides well. That's it. He addicted to them
have
books.
a degree.
He addicted to them books.
He is not going to be you.
Out here with no license.
Yes.
This boy is documented.
Yes.
But like I said, we're not here to trash anime dads. No, we can't do that. We're here to talk about all the things that make us buy anime, specifically anime that make us buy things from the anime that make us believe that we are in the anime.
Y'all understand why he brought me here today.
Yes. It's a whole culture that it was part of what raised us, part of what got us into anime.
Let's say like roughly, what was it, 95 Pokemon?
95, yes.
Was the official like
drop,
yeah.
Y'all never had this original.
Never had this before.
150. 1, 2?
Pre-packaged.
151.
Pre-packaged.
151 original monsters.
Yes.
Backstories, abilities.
And as you see in the first, some of them are literally just their animals.
Personality.
This is a bug. This is a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is a kangaroo.
It's a weird kangaroo. It's a weird rat. This is the ghost of your dead Pokemon.
Right.
Fast forward 20 years later, it's like, set of keys. Did you lose your keys? Oh, no. That's my Pokemon.
Right. The Objectmon. That's a whole
The
like
tile Pokemon.
Oh, this isn't my ice cream cone.
right.
Pokemon.
Why is it bleeding?
Pokemon.
Why did we wait until we got into the 2010s to start doing that?
You think it would have been better in reverse?
I don't know. Oh my God.
Pidgeot was released Gen 7?
No. I'm talking about introducing the like more gimmicks like to get you to play along with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because they kept it pretty serious, like up until like Sinnoh.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right,
It was like staffing and a whole bunch of other crazy like turnover in design and stuff because they wanted less spikes and more softer creatures.
In Sinnoh, there was that Pokemon Rotom that can turn into a lawnmower.
4 different things.
I don't even remember that.
Yes.
Lawnmower, washer, freezer, fan.
See that?
And it has it's electric. It's a
told
ghost
you.
and it possesses. So it goes either electric grass, electric flying, electric
That
water.
like the one that's the
Rotom
phone
in the
book?
phone.
Okay, yeah.
It just possesses technology. That's his favorite thing. Its
That's
shape
what
is
they
a
turn
light
it
bulb.
into. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to a sub argument that this don't need to turn into.
We don't got that kind of time for
Pokemon
real.
is Digimon. Yeah, Pokemon is Digimon.
Now,
Now it's Digimon.
especially from what I've shown you from Pokemon
It was
Scarlet,
hot, like,
Pokemon
because
Violet.
it was
Pokemon v
dominant.
Digimon. Pokemon v Digimon was like the Jackson versus Prince argument.
Woo! Woo! You got that on your own. I want no parts of that take.
It was no, because people was like, "Are you Digimon or are you Pokemon?"
It seemed pretty. I was pressing up to never just talk about Digimon out loud. I didn't
Because I felt Digimon was the Prince crowd.
I didn't get Digimon cards. I'll say that much. I didn't get the cards. I didn't
I didn't
play
even know
the
I had a
games.
card game.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had a
They
card.
had a card game.
That makes sense. I'm more Michael Jackson than Prince. So I stay with Pokemon.
But then also, Digimon started as Tamagotchi, which is why we are here to talk about these shows, which is not nothing like original that like anime did. They definitely been a part of it. Of like, this is to sell
Transformers
this toy.
sell these toys.
Yeah. Ninja Turtles.
Voltron.
Yeah.
They came together. America was like, hey, I know the way.
Right.
Toys. You got kids, we got kids.
Consumerism.
Come on.
Something.
You need work?
We got factories.
Come on.
We got factories. Yes.
The one of the hottest items probably ever to come from like anime consumerism. The golden Pokemon cards from Burger King.
Yeah.
Let me paint the picture for you. What year did
Just
Pokemon
unlock
movie?
a memory real quick. Gather
Pokemon
yourself.
movie
Gather
was
yourself.
98, 99.
So
Gather
98,
yourself.
98, 99, right? I don't really remember what happened, what led up to it. I just remember going over to my babysitter's house. Right? It was a woman house. And I kind of was just there amongst her people, like sometimes with kids.
Existing.
Right? Other kids would be there too. I'm doing my work. Of course, I'm being a little asshole because I got all this energy. Like, can't sit still. But this day I'm feeling like sick. I must have ate something bad, but I threw up on the stairs. Felt shitty. I just got into bed. I was like, just out of it. I don't even remember getting in the car when my mother picked me up. I was just done, exhausted. I just remember like walking up the stairs to my bed. And she's like, "You sure you good? You sure you're not hungry? Like, I got you Burger King. Yeah, we got the Pokemon thing." I was like it took everything for me to stay up and just eat it. Just so I could be like thank you for
I earned this. I earned this.
Thank you for the card.
I'm gonna go pass the fuck out now.
That's real love right there.
Yeah.
So like it's weird because it gets emotional like that. My brother, I remember the first time he spent like an hour when he was like, "This took me an hour to draw." Yeah. It was Skull Greymon. He drew it from the trading card, and he just like expanded it, and he so much erasing and just it was deep. I had a Tamagotchi when I was a kindergarten.
Yeah, same.
I thought I was the flyest little nigga. What?
Yeah.
I got responsibility on my
Tamagotchi and all the aftershoots of that Tamagotchi, like all the different ones. It was Digimon, it was Tamagotchi, then it was like a whole bunch of other different
Scanners.
Scanner mons, the price scanner mons.
Oh, I remember those commercials.
Yeah.
You want to battle beans versus Doritos? The Doritos are spicier. They got flame powers.
Like, yo, go to desserts.
Bro, what I remember those.
I'm gonna go to dairy. And we gonna trade.
No, because I was trying to think of it the other day. I was like, guys, do you remember the commercials where they would be like, scan some soup and fight these monsters?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember scanners.
Yeah. Training cashiers.
So this was all just human resources, marketing skills to keep you in the workforce.
Yeah. LinkedIn.
An easy bake oven. Go work for Sunbeam Bread.
That I appreciate. What, like, if you are interested in it, like, yo, they sell a child ice cream maker that makes actual ice cream if you follow these directions and have these ingredients.
Easy bake?
That's fine.
Right. Do you want to make a brownie in 45 minutes with a light bulb? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, those things were dangerous.
Yeah, that was dangerous.
I was like, oh, it's just a light bulb.
Right.
It was fire though. Them cookies was.
He hit. Slow roasted.
3 hours later, slow cooker. But it hit. Yeah, man, it was a weird, interesting, fun time of like having. Still,
God damn, we done went to church and everything.
Yeah, that's a 3-day event.
You brought it with you.
Yeah, you did. You sure did.
You plugged it in the minivan.
Yeah, you brought it to your aunt's house. You brought it to your aunt's house in the truck, in the car.
Oh man,
we had no time to bake it at home. Could not plug it in here.
No. Had us in baking stickers and shit, shrinky dinking. Like, it was everything. Oh my god, crazy.
Yeah, shrinky dinks.
No, yeah, like and specifically after Pokemon, just the idea that Japan had of like, all right, we gotta get this over here. The merch, the anime, everything rolls in together, and there's some sort of fun element to it because it's not just even like the Transformer design. It's a puzzle, but it's a robot, right? It's not just a toy. It has to have something interactive to it.
That was the standard for action figures after that. Like
Bionicles.
Yeah.
My parents excuse my language, y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
We gave me my first Transformer. I was like, if it don't meet this, don't buy it for me. If it don't do something, if it's accessories.
And if it wasn't that, then it was like a card game of some kind, which was like that started picking up because I mean we had like a couple like. Obviously, you had playing cards, and then like I remember hearing about Magic as like a kid. But it seemed, to be honest, because most of the Magic players, and still to this day, a lot of Magic players are very adult. They're like kind of, it's like a grown 40s, man. Like it's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like a very grown man. I remember seeing it.
I know comics personally that sold a few Magic cards for extra money when they moved out. Like after he was like made the adult like. Grown man that was like dropped everything, packed up, minimized everything, liquidated stuff. It was like extra cash. I get rid of a few of these cards.
Yeah,
couple grand. I'm like, God, leave.
Yeah.
I got family now. I'm like, nigga, if you don't do something with these, hustle them. Like, do some backstreet dueling. Like, do something because you got a library here. Well, you telling me you can make money, like. Make it work, man. Because like that's impressive as a whole for it to get to that level. Like there's
I was trying to explain to my parents.
Fault. I mean to like cut y'all off.
I was explaining to my parents how like I have an online web store on tcgplayer.com, which is anybody can sign up for. And all you do is just list the cards that you're selling. When it buys, you put it in the mail. Done. So it's hard to explain to my grandparents how I spent $5 on this pack. And I got the one card that's worth $150. They just don't understand that concept. Like, why is this one worth more? You see how it sparkles? Like, you see how you move it left and right, you see a rainbow and your reflection? That's why.
They'll never understand.
Yeah.
And it was just funny because they were like, they had asked like why do you still have these? You've been playing with these since you were 7 years old. And I'm like, well, now it's even more lucrative to do so. Because if I had the older cars that I've sold, worth way more than the cars like an original Blue Eyes that I had sold for $150.
So we like not to go too far off, but literally I was looking through an old like just like a binder full of like Yu-Gi-Oh! We're talking about Dragon Ball Z card. We were on this conversation, was why we wanted to even have you here for it. Was just like how everything had a trading card game. And I was like, I have Dragon Ball Z cards randomly for no reason.
Yeah.
And I was
random Digimon.
Looking at my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection, looking at it, and then we were doing some cross-referencing midstream.
It's nice. It, right?
It's an investment.
You get it? Right.
That might be a retirement package.
This is a literal portfolio of my assets.
Really is. I was like, you want that much for polymerization?
The original polymerization?
The original polymerization holographic? You want that much for it?
I had a friend who his granddad, he was really good at like investing in certain things, just spending his money certain ways. He was like one of those people that you got around like when you were younger. He just observed like, like clearly you have money, but you live different though. Like, cause you're old, but clearly you're doing things actively because one, he was like investing however much money he wanted to into his grandson, like buying them things. And like my friend, Ryan, who I'm talking about, he didn't act that way at all. So when we would hang out and we'd be over, I'm like, oh wow, like I understand why we don't come over here, but it's like, this is cool that you even get that. Right. But to get to my point, his granddad invested in Yu-Gi-Oh! But like, I lie to you not, it was like a some type of. I got nervous talking about it.
You pushed the microwave subconsciously.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yo, what secret codes he got?
Nothing crazy, because I was just like, I forgot that he just had that, but it was like abundance of like Joey Willis starter decks that now just found out that like those are worth like I think at least $50-$60 a pack. Like now, just because it's Joey Willis and it has these cards in it guaranteed.
Oh, they're worth way more than that.
Yeah, probably.
See?
Yeah.
No, I went to the card shop the other day. They have Yugi, Seto, and Joey's original decks unopened, $400.
And if I had the stupid amount of like money,
I would.
I buy one for all three of us. Just me and my brothers. Like somebody got us like, all right, y'all get the decks, y'all choose. My brother, the asshole, chose Kaiba, and I was like, well, I'm stuck with Yugi, try to figure this shit out. As he summons every dragon in his deck again and again to the field.
1,000 times.
And it's just me and Dark Magician like, what's up? Dark Magician, he was there. He was like, hey, I got this book. And it's like, this ain't enough. It's not enough.
I have a staff.
Get your girl. Go get your girl.
Go get
She's
your
nowhere
girlfriend.
near it.
Go get your girl.
Where's your Padawan?
No. He had the
Where's
imp.
Ahsoka? Ahsoka.
He had the imp. He had
Get
the
over
knight. He had the skull demon.
He did, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And a couple magnets.
It's a magnet.
Some magnets.
Yeah.
But the TCG thing, even going outside of TCG, like stuff that made you feel that you were
Invested.
like in it. Like, so Digimon did it with the TCG, but they also did it when it went to season 3. Making it real life kids that played the real life Digimon trade carding game competitively with
And
the
then the
scanner
universe,
that now is like it was a standard scanner, like, oh, you load it up and that's like your points or whatever. And that turned into an actual Digivice. And you load up your Digimon with the attachments. This is how you Digivolve. Swipe the card. Swipe the trading card.
Yeah.
Got him ready for Amex. That's
Bro,
crazy.
and like when the kids would step out, they all had some type of
Visors.
like season 3 was I forgot the main guy. No, Takato.
Yeah.
He had goggles like traditional main Digimon protagonist, and then Henry had shades, and then was it Rita?
Rita had not the sunglasses.
It's like sunglasses, like very slim, like 2000s. They look like some 2000 kids in Japan fighting Digimon.
Maybe like some one black kid with the Kanyes with the
Bro,
blinds, the shutter shades.
Yeah.
So like they it was pretty hard. Yeah. And then towards the end of the season, for them to go Mega, they merged with their Digimon. So like hell yeah, we get the Digivice. Hell yeah, we get that shit.
That was my favorite season. That was when Guillemon first came out. That was my favorite season.
Metabots had like replicas that stood up to like your waist as a kid. Really? It was a very slim. I vividly remember seeing this.
At your like,
it came out to a decent height.
Yeah.
A decent height of like, they trying to be for real with it. But this is just a toy. It's just a big.
I was gonna say, because I've seen those like, that's wild.
Brother, this is like 05.
Okay.
Okay. Relax. No. No. Okay. So like, and then even the Beyblade craze was.
So let's
and it's
like,
back again. They just had a new show.
Can we even timeline this in a way? Because I feel like I remember it like So yes, it did start out with Pokemon, like you said, and then just around that same era was Digimon. Like within a beat skip, it was like Pokemon and Digimon. It was like, what's the second thing? Which is why I feel like it's such a two great powers sort of eternally fighting, or like people will have their opinions on both. Because I have coworkers who have like Digimon tattoos, and I'm just like, oh, their team did like, it's like this hit for me. Yes, sure, Pokemon was cool, but like this specifically was the shit. Something about it. And I even like the concept that you didn't like your Pokemon, your monster could always de-evolve whenever you wanted to, which means I could get my cute Pikachu if I wanted to, anytime I wanted to, and then make it become something else if I ever wanted to. Something cool about that flexibility.
And having variants that for like situations, like, oh, I'm fighting these type of guys, we'll switch to this mode.
Yeah, switch modes on me, which is why like seeing the new Pokemon, you're like, seeing the new Pokemon now, you're like, oh, okay, got you. Like it's kind of the same concept in a way. So it's like you're coming full circle. But then so you had these two, and then I feel like maybe a few beats later was Yu-Gi-Oh, and then that just took people by storm. Because I remember I was still like
2001, yeah.
I was not really.
I wasn't ready for it. Nobody was.
I was not a bit. I was like, what? Hold on, the car. And then I watching the show. Like, what? Oh, what?
If you want, like, the actual reason I got into Yu-Gi-Oh was because my grandfather used to give me all his old baseball cards. So I just liked. Wow. I have.
That's still a jump. That's still a jump.
I have old ass rookie cards still that I'm looking back, and like as a kid, I just liked the collector aspect. Yeah. Like, okay. This, like, it was just because you could quantify it. Like, oh, Barry Bonds had this many home runs, this many run batting ins. Like, okay, cool. And now it's just fantasy creatures, which already have my attention. Give me them fucking cards. Right. Give me those cards. Because I need to be able to collect, like, imps, people who can control fire, a mermaid with, like, a spear, whatever it was.
The illustrations.
Just give it to me. Just give it to me. Then learning new gimmicks. The first new gimmick that they added was the tunes. And that's still a problem. The tunes don't need to attack your monsters. They go directly to you.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah, they fight directly to your fight. Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of ways to fuck you over in a tune deck. It's still very strong.
And fucking Pegasus, man. That, my fault. I got it.
No,
I got touchy.
You
I touch you.
No, you
Toon Dark Magician.
Yeah, no. No, I'm just saying, like, after that, how off the races it was. It was just like everything after that. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was wild, man. And you know what the thing is? I think I enjoyed the cards. I came to enjoy the cards more than I liked the show because I knew the monsters weren't real. So it was just like, all right, cool, card games are card games. I like card games. Like, I got a little into it. I wasn't like the best at it, but like,
I sucked at first.
The thing about I was kind of like, I'll play to play because I like I like games, but what took me out of the anime and just like kind of that lore was the fact that it was like, oh, this isn't a real creature. Whereas Pokemon or even Digimon, they were real creatures. So I was like, cool, I'm on this journey. But then I was like, it's a card. And it's like, this nigga got a New York accent for no reason. You know, I'm just like, what's
Joey Wheeler, runner up at Lewis Kingdom, Kunai with chain, red eyes, black dragon.
It was just so random. Like, here's clearly like a Japanese school of kids.
Serenity,
flame swordsman,
swordsman.
1,000-year dragon.
My battle warrior.
Hey, Yugi, get this bastard.
1,000-year dragon. Time wizard. Come on, no.
What do you mean I lost? Oh no. Like Don Rickles did his voice or something? Like Mel Blanc? I
was like, what is this show?
Yeah, Bugs Bunny as a character. That was crazy.
What is this show?
I do have a deep cut if you remember it.
Okay.
Chaotix.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
I was way out of the game. I was way out of the game. I was done.
Yeah.
They had it on TV.
There's an ogre-looking, World of Warcraft-looking guy. Get away from me. Mm-hmm. Get away from me. Mm-hmm. Get away from me.
And the thing was, they would put the codes of the monsters in the show, and they would be like, go online to chaotix.4kids.tv. And then just like type in the codes, you could play the game with these characters.
Had kids burning their net zero minutes, burning them AOL minutes,
reinserting discs left and right.
Because it was mainly the people that didn't have good internet access. I was like, no, I need this.
Yeah.
I need this to happen.
How many times I got told I'm trying to call somebody. I have serious business to get off the game. All right, so we're gonna do a top 5,
top 3
recommendations of a show that has merchandise as like its primary premise.
Like merchandise that made you buy it or want it.
That bad.
That I'm like, yo, or even vice versa. Like you bought the merchandise and then the show came out and it was like, yo, this is.
So I'm going purely off of nostalgia. There's obviously like the objective, like better ones, but I'll definitely Yu-Gi-Oh for me is my top. I'll put Battle Beat 'em On as number 2 because I went out and collected those things and I learned how to play that game. It's, it's fucking Wii bowling with with Gundams. That's all it is.
Right.
And then Bakugan. I would give Bakugan my 3rd. I'd actually even like purely nostalgia. Beat 'em On got number 2, but the way Bakugan just revamped its whole shit and added a TCG to the game is insane.
The anime was cool.
Just like Yu-Gi-Oh, there's different formats, so you can play different styles of the same game.
And even in those styles,
it's crazy.
Even in those styles, there's like
accessories. There's
so much shit. Transformers. Yeah.
It's like that. It was like those variations in it. It was like you had this different version of it, and you had that different version of it, and then you get into shit like Beyblade, where it's like you could build your like. Because I was more of the Beyblade. I was like,
who's the old man who just grabbed a handful of his old toys and was like, "Make it anime." A top, a marble.
Yeah, it was a marble. It was a top. Everything.
Imagine this marble was a dragon, and then just.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. They had to escalate it.
Let it rip.
Grandpa, you got good ideas.
So somebody pitched that to whatever like studio and was like, no, somebody tried to do this in the 80s. I need more than marbles. You got to give me more than marbles.
Right.
Like, fuck, what if it turned into a dragon?
How you turn aliens from an alternate universe.
Yeah.
The aliens from an alternate universe.
How is this supposed to sell toys?
This one dragon absorbed all of what's known as the chaos energy. Pure chaos, pure order. He absorbed all the chaos. There's too much order. You got to set it back in place. Go on this interdimensional trip with your marbles. With your marbles.
And they talk to you too, off rip.
Yeah.
They communicating with each other. And then some of them has split personalities. And I'm like, I'm out.
The blonde kid had one that was like Angelos and Devilos. Yeah, Diablos.
It's like, yeah. Okay, so you said, what was your top 3? Top 3
Yu-Gi-Oh.
TCG. We gotta have a category for this right now.
So it's just collectible merch.
Collectible merch.
Collectible merch shows.
Collectible merch
your
shows.
top 3 collectible merch.
So like Yu-Gi-Oh. I would say like for the nostalgia battle beat 'em on, but it's mostly Pokemon and then Bakugan. Mine. Yeah. Just the sheer amount of playability in different styles to play those types of games. I can't remember the word. I've told you about every way that I play a game, and you say it's like Saboteur. I always will try to play a game where I just limit.
Won't lay a hand.
I limit your fun. That's the
won't
way I
lay a hand on you.
I'm here to play, but I just don't want you to have a good time.
Physically, won't lay a hand on you.
Pokemon
will make sure you can't do
Pokemon's
nothing.
way less aggressive than Yu-Gi-Oh, and I have a deck that might make you like not want to play this game. Like, yeah.
Like
I like playing these types of games.
I guess to translate in like fighting game terms, like if we were playing Tekken, he would probably get Paul, or like no, he would get King. And I'm like,
ooh, so you just be the nigga just grappling, suplexing,
either grapple or get you in the 15 button combo, like all your health is going away.
Yeah.
Or like with Paul, it's just one punch, and that was 80% of your health.
Like, yeah.
Just like dusty, mullet dude.
I have decided your fate. Can you get around it?
Yeah. That's him.
I'm in control.
That's him.
I'm in the driver's seat.
There's some sociopathic shit to it for sure.
Yeah.
Go.
For sure. I have a therapist. I'll let you know. I have a therapist.
We're not here for that, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Relax. All right. Give me top 3 recommendations.
Collectible merch recommendations.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go. So yeah, I was big into the games. I liked cards, but I also did like a physical component where you just kind of didn't know how it was gonna go based on how it went. And you got that from games like Bakugo.
Yeah.
You also got it from Beyblade, which is sort of like its partner, or like one came just after the other. I can't remember which.
Bakugan came just after.
Just
Beyblade.
after, and that was like that because it was the first time they had the concept. It was like, no, what if you're playing it live and you have a ring and it's like you're playing like it's an event, and you can build all the pieces to help your Beyblade spin better. Like they were trying to do aerodynamics tests on it, and it also is still like no matter how, because I remember several times having a Beyblade because all the TCGs and stuff that I got were always given to me. Like for the most, just couldn't afford. Like I would buy like Pokemon games, and
it was always gifts.
A few put like cards, but like most of the stuff was like, oh, this is the homeboy who left it in homeroom and just never, like, he transferred schools the next day or something. Like something would happen, and I just amassed some stuff. And I remember a kid was like moving. It was like a buddy of mine. He just gave me a bag full of Beyblades. And I was just like,
whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Remember that time we were hanging out with Troy? Like this is back when we were living in North Carolina, and I was adamant. I was like, $30. We can get. I was that.
No, we
serious.
all almost jumped on it, but then
It was $30 for a whole collection of like someone on eBay giving away
a starter kit, essentially.
Yeah, it was a starter kit for Beyblade. Yeah. And the reason why I wanted to is because it gave me the flashback to that memory. I remember this kid handing me a bag full of Beyblade. I didn't know what it was, but I was like, oh, I get it. It's like Pokemon type thing. And I learned how to play. And I remember I didn't have like all the best parts, and some newer stuff was coming out. I was still washing everybody. Because it was literally like also, it was a physical hand sports I could just get. I was like, oh no, you just don't know how to spin a top.
Yeah.
You just paid $40 for something. You don't know we're playing tops right now. You don't understand. And I was just like, I was locked in. Just letting it, I was like, oh, you don't even got the, like, oh, I come in from the side, like, no.
He was a pool shark out there.
He was hustling?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't know angles.
They don't know angles. They don't know angles. I was like, that's the game we're playing.
This top game.
Okay.
And then I got into the angles.
Okay.
Nasty.
You met Tyson?
Yo.
Tyson was the coldest. Woo, woo. Shout out to Tyson.
Shout out to Tyson.
Oh, one of the top 5 shonen protagonists. I'll say it right now. That boy got heart. He used to yell at that top boy. Yeah. Draco! All right. What's your, all right.
So that one. So
top
that one.
3 anime with merch.
Yes,
top 3 anime with playable merch.
Yes. So yes. Bakugan. I have to give it to Pokemon, even though I'm actually starting to like. I'm being more critical of Pokemon as I'm getting older, just because I started falling out. But for the time, I pulled up for every game. I collected all the cards. I didn't play the card game. It was a little difficult to play for me. It was like something about the little marble tokens thing. It was like, yeah. So Pokemon has to be in there just for the sake of it being Pokemon. And then, I feel bad. I'm not gonna put Digimon in there, even though I actually really do enjoy Digimon and I've liked it more and more as I've gotten older. But I might, for just like nostalgia's sake, I might do like maybe. Actually no. I'm gonna do Digimon because I was gonna do Yu-Gi-Oh, but I mainly just collected. I didn't actually participate in it. Yeah. But I participated in Digimon. I had the Tamagotchi. I did the connector pieces. I remember raising everything up. Digimon was like, it was just in there. I was like, immediately, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Said what he said.
Solid. That's it. Very, very, very plain,
got
plain
you.
across the board.
I'm over here rethinking mine. I'm like, damn, I know how to. Because Beyblade, that, like, I have to put that in the list.
Beyblade was hit.
For me, honestly, like, and even just to try to be different, like, but Beyblade and Metabots, like, did it for me.
Yeah.
I had a Metabots, like, it was like the Arc Beetle, like, model kit. And it was a die-cast, like, skeleton. Like, weight to it. Like, it didn't really snap in. It kind of, like, snugged into place. And it was, you just snap on armor pieces after that.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing was about you swapping out to make your shit better.
Yeah.
So those two, and it's hard for a third spot because Pokemon's the obvious one because of how much of the content I've played and interacted with. Yeah. And then Digimon is just Digimon. At this, like I'm in it. Right. Like I'm on the internet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where the virus is
I'm
at.
Indian.
Where the virus is at.
Right.
Yeah. Where's my partner Digimon? Like
firewall.
Yeah. That's what they tried to make the little paperclip in Microsoft Word.
Clippy? Yeah, they tried to make him.
That was America's version of a Digimon. And it's like, that's not how you do it.
It's not.
What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to give them a gun.
Gun?
Digimon has this trend of just throwing a gun or something, or like just making a gun look like something. So there's a whole Digimon that is a gun and has a cowboy hat on it.
But you should have done.
What the fuck? For real? That's real? You didn't make that up just now?
I'm dead ass right now.
Bro,
he's a sheriff.
Yeah.
The day they release a gun Pokemon is when
But see, there's the alternative.
Breaks out.
There's the alternative to where there's a popular Digimon and then there's a black version of it, and then he's just mad depressed.
Right, so like Black Greymon.
Black War Greymon was the illest.
Menace.
That, and he was just like, I'm just too strong.
He was just a depression lesson.
And nobody could stop him.
But
to wrap up the list, fuck, that's a hard,
That's what I'm saying.
hard third.
It's very hard.
I'm gonna have to just give it to Pokemon by default. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Go Metabots, Beyblade, because Beyblade I was in it with like family and cousins and shit. Like, but so
I didn't even know there was technicality to that game till I started playing. Like there's
Which
some
one?
Beyblade. Like there's some that do better by dropping them in without a spin.
Yes.
And they get hit and then they just ramp up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you want one that's weighted to put in the middle because it's not gonna go nowhere.
You have that middleweight in there, but then there's the ones that like auto tune, but it's like I didn't. You either no, you don't know what you're playing.
bro, that might be the
you got a Lamborghini, but you don't know how to push.
that might be the best anime.
This Honda about to rip.
About to let it rip, right?
Yeah,
but that Beyblade might be the best one, just off of like what happened in the show would literally happen in front of your eyes.
Yes.
You bought your spinning top, you customized it, and like you said, like, oh, you get beat up, and then it's like, oh, I just need to wake up real quick. And
Right.
That's some anime shit. And you're not talking about the show. You talking about an actual...
Right here. And then they gave you the dome, the Thunder Dome.
Hold
you
on.
and the boys hunting
Let me get
around
this
it.
man's name right before we shout him out. What's his name? Who created it? That's the sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Shout out to Patter and Hum.
As always.
Harrison,
Shout
as always,
out
man.
Patter and Hum.
Congrats to you, man.
House in this group of miscreants.
Oh my gosh. To even share it
This
on your
long
business
is ridiculous.
page.
Yeah, this
oh,
is crazy.
I was like, you shared another clip? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damn, you really, I love you, man. Thank you, Harrison.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, man. But follow us on all of the things.
Yes.
Follow Harrison at Pattern and Hum Studios.
Yes.
Right here in Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn, right? It's studio mostly in Brooklyn.
Ridgewick, Queens, Brooklyn. That weird. Who knows? Yeah.
It's a nice space.
Yeah.
He works well with you. He's a creative person himself. Works in the field and he likes working with creative people. So come talk to him. Come do business with him. That's it.
Mean shout out.
That's it. Follow us on all the things. Jump.ent. You know, we'll be streaming. At this point, if we're not making our transition to YouTube streaming, we're
on Twitch.
still on Twitch at Jump.
Still on Twitch.
ENT
But
Games.
Linktree/Jump ENT. Everything will be there. But yes, hit up YouTube for hit up YouTube. Hit up all the things. Who's our creator? Who we got?
What's his name?
Hold up.
we got?
They don't give it a program creator. I'm like, no. Who wrote it?
Wrote it.
Who wrote
Okay,
it?
Wikipedia.
Beyblade.
I need original.
Original.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Tyson. Whoever was coming up with anime names back then too. It's like,
Tyson.
because even Digimon, it was like Ty, Matt, TK, Sora. Like that is not that girl's name. Written by, well, the series was Takao Aoki. Takao Aoki.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Grandson went on to be a great DJ.
come on, man. And your brother was he made Benihana's right. Shout out to Takao Aoki, the king of merchandise anime. Like
Yeah. Took you home.
off the jump, it was just like bam. As soon as you buy it, you could do with that. What you saw on TV, you could do that right now.
And that's something you guys explain to an older generation. Like, these are spinning tops. Whichever one falls first loses. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain any further than that. That's just what it is.
Well, exactly.
This one's got a picture of a lion on it. So this is go Leo. Like, yeah, this one's my favorite.
And the guy that spun it is a baseball player. Like,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, that's been us. Good night. Happy Father's Day.
The random holidays again.
You forever locking these things in a number log that we never gonna get right.
Never. Somewhere between Hanukkah and Kwanzaa for the next episode.
Right.
It's still gonna release in August.
Happy
It's
winter
like-
solstice. Nigga. Jesus Christ.
Leif Erikson Day.
Happy leap year day, whatever the fuck it's.
Yeah.
Happy Pride / Black History Month.
Oh,
Whichever one this is closest to.